there are dozens of people around the world who doesn't understand the reality of mental health. There are dozens of people who don't even know mental health is a thing. Whenever you tell them I'm going through this and that, they'll just wash you off and say, you just need a nap. You're just overthinking. But mental health is the actual thing. And today I'm gonna let you guys to understand the mental health. So, hello everyone, my name is Samuella, and today we're gonna be understanding mental health. Okay, so the first question is, what is mental health? According to a World Health Organization, it says that mental health is a mental well-being that enables a person to process and to do things like regularly of life. So mental health is basically like it helps you every day, it helps you. If you have a good mental health, you will wake up out of your bed and immediately you're like, I want to go grab coffee. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. Like that is a well mental health. And if you don't really have a good mental health, you're gonna be staying in bed for like hours and hours and just thinking, should I really go to this place? Should I really hang out with these people? Should I really even get out of bed? And that is why mental health is very, very important. So mental health is all in our brain. It's all in our thoughts. It's all in our emotions. That's why people and many other communities don't really consider mental health because it's all in our emotions. So many communities say, or many people say, my community personally, they're like, emotion are just for weak. Like you can't show your emotion. You can't do this and do that. But that is not true. You know, that all goes with our mental well-being, our emotions. So, social and impact of mental health. So every single day we go to work, we meet new people, we go to school, we go work out, maybe the gym, and all that stuff impacts our mental health, the way we see yourself. And sometimes you look down on yourself because you saw this thing interesting about that person. So you start thinking to yourself, you're like, maybe I should be more like that. Maybe I should be more like this. Maybe I should do more like that. And that is what happens like in our social life, you know. It's overall what we see and how it affects us. If you're in a good environment, let's say, you will feel capable enough to do things that you don't usually do. Maybe go work out, maybe go on walks. But if let's say you're in an environment where they're shaming you constantly, they're saying, oh, they're always saying bad things about you, you will not be able to like do things that makes you happy, do things that will help your mental health grow. So it depends also on the environment that you decide to set yourself for. There are certain environments that are created to crash you, and there are certain environments that are created to build you. So you have to have that realization and asking yourself, what kind of environment am I in? What kind of environment am I standing in? And how is it impacting my mental health? If you see yourself in an environment that is not playing a role in you, an environment that's making you drain, or hanging around people that's making you like drain constantly, like mentally drained, you're like, I can't take this no more, then you must move, you must switch and go to a different environment and go to a different place because your mental health really matters. Okay, so this is coping with mental mechanism and self-care. So many people do not consider self-care to be a thing. And honestly, I didn't know anything about self-care or mental health until I got a little bit older. And I realized that, oh, it's a real thing. And watching people around me, like who have struggled with mental health and taking care of themselves makes me like, wow, makes me really like think about it, like, wow, this is interesting. Like this is also what I'm going through. And they're here and they're helping me. They're like, hey, do this, do that. And self-care doesn't have to be like skincare only. It doesn't have to be anything. Self-care can be as simple as waking up in the morning, making your bed, or waking up in the morning. Just me personally, every time I wake up, I'm like, thank you, God. And just having that like one word conversation or that few second moment of just silence that just helps me to go about my day because I don't know what my social life will be like for that day. I don't know who the people I'm gonna meet and how they're gonna play a role in my mental health. According to NHS, if you decide to do something that makes you uncomfortable or makes you not willing, like it doesn't help your mental health, then you should set it apart and you should do something that helps you to move forward, that makes you happy. So we see a lot of TikTok videos, of course. We see a lot of people who are like, hey, come spend a day with me. preparing for my mental health day or come spend a mental health day with me, and you see them out there working out, just out there in the world. And if you don't have that like confidence, or you have social anxiety or other factors that's impacting you to move out and do all that stuff and just go outside. Maybe you could start as little as just walking in your neighborhood. Maybe you could start, like I said, little as cleaning your bed. Maybe you can start little as cleaning your house and just allowing that fresh air to come in really does open our minds and help us to like move forward with what tasks we're doing. So yeah, school obviously is draining definitely for me. And I always like to at least, do like go outside at least once a week and go hang out with my friends or something like that to really help me with my mental health. Like staying in the house and for so long just drains you. And having like two locations does drain you. So overall, I spoke about understanding mental health and how many communities around the world does not understand the reality of mental health. And mental health is a very, very, very big, impactful thing. And we tend to ignore it and we tend to forget like our emotions are the roots of what builds us, our personality. Our emotion builds who we are. And also spoke about what is mental health. I spoke about the social factors of it and how our social environment impacts us. I spoke about the mechanism of mental health and self-care and how to take self-care of yourself and how to just help yourself to do things that doesn't only feel out of your comfort zone, but things that you are able to do, like maybe working out, maybe going on walks, and just simple things like starting with baby steps to move forward with your mental health. Mental health doesn't have to be something immediately you have to go to the gym, like with thousands of people. No, you can just start with small walks. So this is all for this presentation, and thank you so much for your time.